So I've always wanted to put this song in a video, and I guess this was the perfect length of video to put this song in there. I'm a big fan of the 1920s music, among other things. But hopefully it's a little bit of a break for you guys from listening to dubstep on fish tank videos. So this is my 500-gallon setup, and it consists of 2 tanks and a sump. The bottom tank is about 175. The top tank, it is 250, and then I've got a 50-gallon sump in the background. This is a loggerhead turtle. I've got 2 adults, 1 juvenile, and 2 babies. And the tank is set up for them to, have plenty to eat and plenty to breed. Both tanks are set up so that they're inside of the wall. They're flush with the wall. And the biggest fish in the fish tank is probably like a 3.5-inch angelfish. These are all snails. I'm working on my 5th generation of snails, and for the most part I keep the tank planted. I'm gone during the whole summers. I spend my summers in Alaska fishing, so the tank has to be a self-sustained ecosystem. This is a giant freshwater clam, so he's one of the guys that keeps the water filtered. As you can see, the water's really clear. It's all on a wet-dry system. I've got tons of plants that came from all different places, some from Mexico, some from Florida, local to Tennessee, even some water lilies from Alaska. So basically I wanted to share this tank because it's been kind of like an ongoing experiment. Like as I said, I spend my entire summers in Alaska, and I have to figure out how the tank is supposed to take care of itself for about 3 months out of the year. And I have my neighbor come and take a look at the tank and make sure that everything's good and that it's not, flooding the house, which has happened twice already. I don't know if you saw earlier, that was a blue male betta that I have in the fish tank. This was the same. This is the fish tank for the 3 betta experiment. There's 3 bettas in the top tank and 2 bettas in the bottom tank. So right now what you're looking at is my kitchen. So you can see part of the fish tank from the kitchen and the rest of the fish tank from the living room. And again, I did the math the other day and it comes pretty close to 500, but I'm not going to call it a 487-gallon fish tank. We're going to call it a 500-gallon setup. All the driftwood is local to Tennessee, where I found it, and I soaked it in water for several days until it was waterlogged, and then I use it for the fish tank. This is my setup back there. I bought this from Walmart, and inside of it is just biomatter. It's a wet-dry system, so the pump right there, close to those snails, just throws it through the filter, runs it up to the top tank. The top tank spills into the bottom tank right through there, and from the bottom tank it just goes through the wet-dry. I've got, indoor plants that are thriving in the back there, and I actually have 3rd-generation dragonflies that are surviving in this entire setup back here. This is a friend helped me build this, and it's basically the turntable of a microwave, and it gives you about 1 revolution per minute. And what that does is when the timer comes on, this thing will spin for 10 minutes every day, so it gives 10 spins. And this is my little fish feeder. And right now the food is low because I'm gonna fill it up right before I leave, which I should be leaving here in about a week, heading up to Alaska. But as you can see, the guppies are doing really well. They're very healthy. All the snails and the mollusks are doing fantastic. So it's like I said, it's a self-sustained ecosystem almost. Down here I've got the nesting box for the turtles, so the adult loggerhead turtles can come out and nest. As you can see, some of the Java moss is doing really well because the lights are turned on almost I think 14 to 18 hours a day. I don't know why I have the setup, you know, to have the lights turned on that long, but I do. Anyway, so and there's underwater waterfalls in the fish tank. So I've been just experimenting with that. That entire backdrop is homemade. 2 bettas right there, living in perfect peace and tranquility. Perfect tails. None of them are nipped. So bettas can live together as long as you have a large enough setup. But anyway, back to all of this. All of that has the entire background is styrofoam, and I mix a bunch of concrete with colorants and organic mix, and I use paintbrush to sort of work it into the styrofoam until I had the desired texture. And then I did several layers of that, and it simulates rock once the algae starts growing. So anyway, again, thank you for watching, and I'll keep you guys up to date on the fish tank whenever I get back from Alaska.